Hello everybody and welcome to Saxlingham. So we've finally done it. We have finally managed to buy ourselves our own bit of land, our own yard and our own home. With the yard we have managed to get some equipment with it all. So it's an old contractor that's gone out of business, wanted to close up shop. He wanted a quick sale, so we have gone and bought everything sight unseen, which is slightly nerve-wracking, but hopefully we've come off with a half decent deal. We do own, if we just back up slightly, we own this grass field here on the left, that's ours. We also own now the grass field on the left just here, which also has an animal pasture in it. So we can, this is where they used to have their beef cattle, so we can do that. We have, this is our home on the right hand side that we've just bought. So I've only seen pictures of this house in the brochure, but it is a lovely, lovely estate house. We just hop out, we can have a quick look around. So we have a little bit of a garden around the front. That could do with a bit of a mow, so we may have to buy a lawnmower at some point just to keep this down. And yeah, it's just a lovely little bungalow with two little garden sheds. Right, let's get back to our vehicle. So this driveway, it is a shared drive between us and other farmers. So we just pay our little bit of money. We'll contribute a little bit of money with the upkeep of it all. So the old contractor used to own all this grass on either side, but in times gone by, apparently, because he got short of money, it was selling all these little bits off. So he didn't have much left for what we could acquire, but we still managed to get something. So if we turn left here, this now brings us into our new yard. So there were 3 other buildings in front of us here, but they all got taken down because they were all falling down, which isn't a bad thing because it now gives scope for us to build, hopefully, in the near future. But right, let's go have a look. If we park here, turn this off, let's go have a look at what machinery, because it should be in these 2 sheds, what machinery we've bought and what's left. Oh, he must have just dumped and run, because these are absolutely filthy. But anyways, there's a John Deere 7530 Premium with a Bailey trailer. We then also have a John Deere telehandler with forks, and I think that's all we've got there. We have an Williams animal trailer, the TA510, and we have the Williams flatbed. So we do need to get these out and give these a wash, because we can't start our new journey like so. But right, let's go around this side. Well, at least we've got a pressure washer, that's something. And here's our silos. So we can tip all our grain into there. And what's good is it's 3 different silos for 3 different crop types. So I think if we were to do a 4th, we'd probably have to tip them in this shed somewhere. Alright, let's go down to this other side, because there should be one other piece of equipment that I haven't seen yet. And there she is. And again, oh, I hope that's not rust on there. We're going to have to go give her a very good big clean here. But amazingly, the header looks alright. A 9-metre header. I can't believe the state he's left all this in for us. I know it was a rushed sale, but I would have thought you would have tidied stuff up. Well, right, let's get into here. Let's see, does this work? Right, well that's a good start. We've got some power. I think first job is we need to go get these over to that pressure washer and get these clean, because we can't start like this. We also there are 2 fields out the back which we're going to get to. One of them I know needs cutting, so he has left that sort of. Normally people sell land once they've got the crop off, but this guy, he wanted to get off that quickly. He said, have it. He says, whatever's there, you take it, and we then progress. So we are going to, I think the main thing is if we sort ourselves out first, then we can start to look at contracts and start to try and get this contracting business back up off the ground. So let's get the pressure washer. And we'll give this, hopefully, a quick wash. It does not bode well that this is the start that we've got. This is almost fully clean. Now what about this header trailer? Again, just absolutely disgusting. There you have it. We are all clean. So what we're going to do is, I think we won't do that just yet. We'll now hop into here and we'll take this to this wheat field out the back, which we should be able to get to. Oh, someone's parked a pickup in the way there. Let's just straighten up, we don't want to damage that. If we go through here, this should take us to it. And then we have, like you say, we have another field just further up the back, which is behind all those trees up there. What's nice is we've got so much of the grass area here, we shouldn't do any destruction, and it also means we've got plenty to build on if we want to in time. So let's leave this header trailer here. We can start to unfold the combine. We'll get this all ready. We'll bring the traction trailer up here, and then we can start to get this off the field, and then at least we know that we're doing something productive straight away, because the longer we leave this, the worse it's going to get. So let's get out and we will go and get the tractor. I can't believe someone would sell anything like this, but we got it for a fair price, and as you can see we have £44,689 left. That must be our water bill charging us there. But all for a new life, all for new beginnings, which we can't complain at all. I'd much rather be doing this, or trying to make my way doing this, than working a 9 to 5. So we're going to put that back, and now let's get this. Let's now go and take this up to the field up here, and then we know we're all ready to start cutting and try to get this off the ground. Being a one-man band, it's not going to be the easiest, but we'll certainly give it our best shot. getting on so well, which it shouldn't take us too much longer to get through here. I thought once we've unloaded off the combine here, we can just have a quick drive up to the top and I will show you our other field. So with that now full, and I think there's a little bit still left in our combine, if we just bob up here, I will show you the last of the fields that we've managed to purchase in this deal. So if we just swing round here and hop out the tractor, we'll jump the fence, and here we go. So we can access this. There is a track just down the bottom there that leads nigh on to our house. So we can access that down there. This is all cultivated and ready, so I don't know what the previous guy was doing with it all, but this is all ready to go, ready to drill. The only thing that it may need is some lime and fertilizer, but I do have a plan. I was looking online, and there is something called precision farming, where we can take soil samples, where we can either do it ourselves and send them off, or we can pay someone else to come do it for us, which should give us sort of a better idea of what the soil's like and what it needs to help sort of increase our yields. And there is a new subsidy out where we put oilseed radish in, we will get paid. So we may look for any smaller bits or any bits that are awkward and start to put oilseed radish into there, just so that that's paying us without us having the hassle of dealing with it. So if we pull through into here, we can pull to there and get that tipping and get the first load into our own silo. And whilst we're doing that, I should be able to bring up the map for you. So this is the map that was provided. So as you can see, we've got one animal pasture where that's all set up ready to go for some beef cattle, which that'll be in time. We then have another bit of grass field here. We own this big field that we are currently combining, and this little one here. There is multiple other fields that we could possibly look at buying, but they do cost quite a bit. And I know there is another contractor in the area who lives here, and they're a fairly big deal. They're the ones that own all these fields, which one can only dream to have fields like that. But right, we'll roll that map back up. We will make our way back to the field, and I think it's best if we just carry on combining, try to get that off the ground, and then we need to have a trip over to the dealer. One, introduce ourselves, and two, we need to get a baler, and hopefully he may know of any contracts going, because you all know that dealers are the people that are the ones that are speaking to all the farmers in the area. So he may be the one to point us in the right direction, or be able to tell us who has what jobs going for us. Right, we will park this back in the middle of the field again. That's what makes sort of sense to me. Park it in the middle, and then we can jump back into that combine and keep going. So I think leave that there. So let's put that in park and handbrake on, and we'll go have a walk up into here, and then, like I say, just carry on, and we'll try to get this off, and then that's a big pressure off our head. We know that come with prices at best, we then do have some money to come sort of in the bank. So if all else fails, we have something for us. this will be our second trailer load off here, and we still have 2 runs maybe on this side and a few more on that side. So we are going to, when we go tip this, we're going to go jump into our pickup. We're going to make our way over to the dealership and just see what they have in the way of balers. Because what I would like to always try and do is, without knowing what contracts are out there, I'd always like to try, if we're going to lease any equipment from the dealership or if we're going to buy any equipment up from the dealership, I'd like to make sure there's plenty of jobs going of that time of year to be able to use it. I think that would be quite a good business strategy. So say if we were to buy a baler, we want to make sure that there's some baling contracts that we can go straight off and do for our fellow neighbours, so that we're getting money straight back in the bank after spending money. So right, we'll pull around here and let's tip into our silo like so, and whilst that's tipping, it is a brilliant sight seeing a Bailey trailer like that, and I'm glad it's a green one, because I've seen these blue Bailey trailers and they haven't been they're not really my cup of tea. And at the minute we are an all green fleet bar the Claas, but you can't not have a Claas combine, that is for definite. But right, we'll pull around here and we'll just leave this sitting here. We'll turn the engine off. Let's go over to our pickup and we will go and see you at the dealership, which luckily isn't too far away from where we are now. So if we pull up to here and on, we should be turn right, so nothing on the left, nothing on the right. I think I said them the wrong way around. Do we go down there to get to the dealership? That's a possibility. Or, here we go. That's brilliant, it's a Claas dealership. It will work wonders for if our combine goes down. So let's just pull into here. Do they have automatic gates, or do we have to get out and open them? I think let's go try ring a bell or something and see if they'll let us in. Oh, there we go. So let's pull in. Well, I think we'll park round back. That'll be a lot easier than parking in there. So let's pull here. We can use this as our own designated spot, can't we? Right, let's go in and see what they all have to say. So they've got this lovely Cronin, which we can do up to 180 centimetre bales with this, but it's brand new. So it's £69,980 if we were to buy this, which obviously we can't afford. So what I am going to do, we're going to lease it and then just hope, fingers crossed, that a contract comes in for us. That would be the most ideal thing, so then we can bale our field and then go off and bale someone else's, which then should pay the leasing fee. That would be the ideal scenario. Right, well, I've just finished up. They're going to bring it round and they're going to leave it round the back here for us when it's all out and ready. They just want to check a few things for us and make sure that it is all ready to go, which I've said is absolutely fine, because we need to go and finish off the rest of our field before we can even get a baler into there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to bob back to the farmyard. Ooh, we better just wait, let this car go. We'll walk to our left. Right, we're alright. Yeah, we're going to go bob back to the farmyard, get our wheat field off, and then we'll be able to come here with the tractor and come pick up our leased baler. So we'll just pull up here again, make sure we're out of the way. Well, to be fair, it's only us, so if we crash into our own machinery or our own equipment, that is completely our fault, isn't it? But right, let's take this back up to the field and then we can start combining again. And one would hope 2 more loads and this should be us done. That'll be for time wise, but for money wise we want as much as possible. So what I am going to do is I am going to take this straight over to here, and we can leave this on this side of the field. So if we leave that there, we'll get out and we'll get cutting again. Right, so pipe in, turn the header on, slow it down, and let's go. This is a big relief, getting this off before anything changes either in the weather or anything that's out of our control. And with this now off, we can also look to focus on other people. So the trailer's full and we have so much left in the combine. So we're going to just take the combine over and we can put the header back onto the trailer. I don't know whether this will be the last time we use it this season. We'll just have to have a look, because if we do any harvesting contracts, it will be very beneficial if we could have some members of staff so that we can keep alternating, one in combine and one driving. But it all depends what it's like around here for members of staff. You'd have thought, being a big agricultural place, there should be plenty of people, but I think that will be in time, as and when, that we may be able to progress like that. Because, like I say, we would want to and like to at some point be able to challenge the big boys over in that other farmyard. I hear they've all got Clods combines, but they're the 13.8 headers, not a measly 9 that we have. But I know I certainly wouldn't want to have had to do that field with anything smaller. So let's just put this onto here like so, and we can leave the pipe out and head to our John Deere. We'll go unload that and then get the rest out of the combine. So we can also get to our yard by going down this little snicket at the bottom of the field, and then a left hand turn here, and here we are, we're at our farmyard. And then there is a track at the yon end of that big field we've just cut, and that's the track that leads you up to our other field up at the top, which we'll have to try decide what we're going to do with these fields, because we need to make a lot of money and try and make it somewhat sooner. Well, sooner rather than later. So let's pull that in like so and get that emptying, and then what we will do is we'll go park this up in the shed and we can take the trailer off, because we won't need that for now, I wouldn't have said. Oh, actually no, we need to go up to the combine, completely forgot about that one. So let's whiz up through here, through the top exit, And there's our combine. So the last bit of weight going in now, which you'll be very interested to see how much we got off that field. I'm hoping that we've got a fairly big yield, because like I say, come the winter time, when that tends to be when prices are right for us all, that's when we'll be wanting to make our money. So for the final time, let's pull back through in here and let's get this tipping, and then we can go have a look at our ticket and just see how much weight we got off that field. So we got 68,896 litres, which in today's market is just over £59,000. So there will be, if we hold on to it a little bit longer, there should be a better market for it for us. But right, let's go get the trailer off and bring the combine back. So that is the trailer in the shed. We can detach that and we'll just pull this off and leave that there for now, and we'll go get the combine and we can bring that back to the yard. So if we hop in, we can put our arm back in and we can connect this all up, bring this back, and we'll leave it in the shed that we got it from. But I think if we will do a better job than what the previous owner did, and we'll get it washed off before we go and put it away, because everything needs a good clean after that, and I don't know whether this will be the last time we'll use it. And especially because if we don't clean it off now and it goes into storage, mice and rats and all that, they could very well get into the machine and cause quite a fair bit of damage. And with it being a very valuable piece of machinery, that's the last thing that we would want. So let's just pull this here, hop out, and we can look to get it washed. Let's look at that front end already. That's not the nicest of things. So we're almost done cleaning it all off, and I think that'll do. So we'll go put the lamps back in and let's go get this parked up. I, for one, am not very good at reversing dollies. I can do them, but there's a lot of shunting, so I think we're just going to drive this forward into the shed, spin round, and just leave it like that. So forward. Now we do hard right. Just got to be careful that we don't catch the pipe anywhere. I think we're going to catch it on the back wall. We now can't do too hard a turn because we don't want to smash our auger. Brilliant. Ooh, don't smash it on that wall. Right, that can now stay there. So we'll turn that off, hop out, and it looks a lot better sight than when we opened these doors originally. Let's close that door, and I think we will call that a day for today. And next time we will, hopefully the dealership will have our baler ready, and we can look to bale our field and hopefully find a contract to bale someone else's. So let's go around all this junk. So yeah, that will be in the next episode when we take our John Deere to go gather it all up. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you all liked and enjoyed the episode, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.